As baseball reached its stretch drive in 1992, the focus was not on the game's 4 less than thrilling pennant races, but rather on 2 of the sport's venerable stars and their quest for 3,000 hits. The first to reach the milestone was Robin Yount.
He got it! It's a hit!
Then came George Brett, who reached his goal in the final week of a season that really came alive in the playoffs. The Toronto Blue Jays took on the Oakland A's in the American League Championship Series, where Oakland managed to surprise the Jays by coming away with a split of the first 2 games at Skydome. But led by Roberto Alomar, the Jays took 2 of 3 in Oakland and wrapped up the series by winning Game 6 at home. In the National League, all signs pointed to another competitive series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves. And like the year before, the 2 teams battled through 7 exciting games. The climax to the series came in the bottom of the 9th of Game 7, when the Braves rallied from 2 runs down, and in the process created an unlikely hero.
That's the great thing about baseball. It comes down to a third-string catcher coming up in the 9th inning of the last game of the playoffs.
And now the Braves season hangs in the balance as Francisco Cabrera comes to the plate to bat for the pitcher.
Nobody ever heard of Frankie Cabrera.
Now the 2-1. Line drive! Just as the score of the tying run. Free to the plate. And he is safe. Safe at the plate. The Braves go to the World Series.
For the first time ever, the World Series would include a team from outside the United States. The ultimate in America's game had crossed the border.
Outfield pretty deep. Berryhill with a deep drive to right. On the way to the wall, win fair, forget about it. Here comes Alomar. Berryhill to Smoltz, and he is out.
Game 2 was going to the Braves. They led 4-3 in the 9th, when Jeff Reardon came on to finish off the Jays and Ed Sprague.
I was happy that Steele went to me in that situation, showed some confidence in me when I got the pitch I was looking for.
Well hit to left field. To the wall, Deion Sanders. Home run, Ed Sprague.
Off the Jays' 5-4 comeback win in Game 2, the teams moved indoors to Toronto Skydome, which became the scene of one of the greatest catches in World Series history.
Well hit to center field. Devon White racing back to the warning track. Great pitch up against the wall. And the runners passed each other. Pendleton went by Sanders. He has already been called out. Now they have Sanders in a rundown with a chance for a triple play. Gruber did not get it.
I don't have to go black and white film anymore to find the greatest catch in World Series history. It's in color, and Diehl made it.
Devon White's catch did what Mays' catch did in the 54 series. Mays stopped the Indians with that 1 catch in 54, and Devon White may have stopped the Braves from coming back.
Game 3 went to the Jays, who won it with a run off Jeff Reardon in the 9th. Toronto took Game 4 as well, but lost Game 5. So the Jays had to go back to Atlanta after missing an opportunity to win the series at home.
Everyone had to kind of regroup and say, hey, we got to bear down right here. We got to take this game right here.
I think we were going to have to turn it up a notch because we didn't want it to go to 7 games. Anything could happen.
Actually, both teams turned it up a notch in a game that would eventually become a World Series classic.
Otis Nixon, the batter. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Runners at first and second. The Blue Jays 1 strike away from the World Championship. The 0-2 pitch. Slap to the left side. Bouncers being waved in. Maldonado throws over everything. It's a tie ball game.
The place was alive. You have to hand it to Blue Jays, but they said they were more energized after that inning than they had been the entire game.
The plate. and lined into center field to hit.
As Toronto began a rally in the 11th, Brave fans looked for a sign that Charlie Leibrandt would be the right man to stop Dave Winfield.
Bobby Cox was really up a creek at that point. He had Charlie Leibrandt on the mound, who had blown the World Series last year. But standing out there in the bullpen was Jeff Reardon, who had blown 2 games earlier in the series. But Charlie Leibrandt was not the right guy to be pitching to Dave Winfield at that time.
I worked the count to 3 and 2. Guys were off and running.
The runner's going.
I was able to reach out and hit it hard past Pendleton.
On the 3-2 to Winfield. Down the line, a base hit. Into the left field corner. It's a 2-run double for Dave Winfield. And a 4-2 Toronto lead.
In the bottom of the inning, the Jays held off one final Atlanta rally.
For the first time in history, the World Championship banner will fly north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992.
It's no accident that 1992 also had its share of forgettable moments.
Hey, put that right on tape, though. Right?
Awful. My God, I can't believe we blew that play. What the hell is that?
'92 was a year of personal triumph for many of sport's most recognizable champions.
We were born to be champions, born to be champions.
We were born to be champions, born to be champions.
You can tell by the feeling, you can see it in the glow.
This magic we are feeling is what we were meant to know. We were born to be champions.
I have known since the time of my brain operation in September 1988 that I have AIDS. I have been an activist on many issues in the past and will certainly get involved with the AIDS crisis.